Is our birth an accident, or it has a purpose to be achieved? It has an aim with which we are born into this life. And your brain argued that nothing happens without a reason. There must be something, there must be some reason behind your birth. It cannot just be an accident. ओम तत्सत दाता याद है. It was very early morning. And you woke up. You were feeling good, like peace everywhere. You just couldn't stay on the bed. And you walk out of your house and started walking with no aim where to go, but just anywhere. No thoughts in particular in your mind. The moon was still there. The sun has to still come. And you were walking along the side of a river. You took out your shoes and started walking barefoot. Slowly, slowly, and just enjoying that peace, that surrounding where there is no one except you. You're not even seeing yourself. It was such a kind, slow movement of water and your walk, which were just walking together. There were still stars in the sky. Moonlight was bright and showing you the path to walk on. Slowly, slowly, as you were enjoying, the sun started to rise. There was more brightness in the atmosphere. And you started seeing some bushes of flowers on the other side of the river. There were beautiful flowers along your path on the other side of the river. And that added to your happiness, that added to your peace as you were walking and constantly watching those flowers and the river alongside. As sunlight increased a bit, you noticed some of the flowers and their leaves on the ground where the bushes were. And as you were in absolute peace at that moment, your thoughts were very clear. Suddenly, a question came to your mind, as it may happen to anyone, that what is life? Why are we born? Flowers were happy on the bushes when they were there. And when they are on the ground, they don't look as good. Some of them were really dead and had become blackish. And that thought, as it came in your mind about the life, was actually after seeing the life in flowers. And you were walking, and you started thinking that is our birth an accident, or it has a purpose to be achieved? It has an aim with which we are born into this life. And your brain argued that nothing happens without a reason. There must be something, there must be some reason behind your birth. It cannot just be an accident. You kept walking, but you were really curious to find the answer to that. That if there is a purpose, if there is a reason behind our birth or behind births of other creatures, what is that purpose? And whose purpose is that? As you are a human being, you are at the highest level of consciousness, and you can think about those things. And as you were walking, you thought that the reason, the aim may not be yours only. There may be supreme power behind it who wanted to achieve his aim. He has sent you on this earth. He has given you the birth to achieve something, to contribute to his desire, to achieve his purpose. And what could be his purpose then? Another bigger question. What could be his reason to send you on this earth? To achieve what? There are two ways of looking at it. One is that he has created this creation, and he wanted you to contribute to his creation. Positive contributions, so that you can save it, so that you can make it grow, make it more prosperous. Or the other aim, the other purpose of Data could possibly be that you are his part and parcel, and he wanted you to merge with him, become one with him. Your consciousness achieves that highest level where you are equal to God, equal to Data, and you merge with him. You become one. As Param Dwij and in Dwij philosophy, we believe in oneness. Oneness of everything. We might feel different, we might feel separated. You are an individual, he is an individual, he is an individual, I am another individual. We may feel separated, but are we really separated? Or do we have a connection? For example, Let's say you go to a sea, and from that sea, you take 5 different drops of water. And somehow you find out that these drops are from different rivers. Or these drops, they tell you, I am from Ganga. The other one says, I am from Saraswati. The other one says, I am from Yamuna. And so on. So as individual drops, they are separated. Their origins are different. They come from different paths, from different backgrounds. But when merged into the sea, they are sea. When you are merged into God, you are God. In different religions, and I'm talking about organized religions, they may see themselves separated. They may see that their philosophies are different. They may see that their paths are different. They may even see each other as enemies. But that's not true. That's seriously not true. Every religion, no matter what religion you are in, every religion has got one single objective to be achieved, and that is to find the truth. That is to find the God. That is to realize Paramatma, Data, Ishwar, Allah. So philosophies can differ, the approaches can differ, but when the objective is same, then there is no basic difference between each other. There are many philosophies, many religions based on different philosophies. They may feel the existence of God, the existence of Data, as differently. Some may see that God is something which is sitting there, like another entity. And as such, may be different from us. So we are one, and God is sitting there. We don't know where He is. He or she, in fact, because God doesn't have any sort of sex, as a male or a female. But you can call whatever, really doesn't matter. God doesn't bother that. But let's say, just for the sake of discussions, we call Him Him. So in one philosophy, we may see God as a separate entity. We want to realize Him. We want to see Him. We want to see His existence, His adore. We want to see how He looks like. And then we create imaginations within ourselves. And those imaginations become truth over years and years and years and in centuries. And then the conditioning of society on top of that, which makes your belief system more strong, where you lack arguments, where you don't even believe your own heart or your own brain, because of fear, maybe. Fear of unseen, fear of someone who you don't know, or fear of, next birth and, all those next lives, how they would be like. If you annoy him because he's separate to you, he's something who is different to you, so you have to please, you have to serve him. If you don't do that, you may get punished. And that may be just one philosophy. That if you do good things, he will award you with something which you desire in this life. And then all those belief systems created around that. Dwij. Dwij means human beings are one entity and God is another entity. Then there is another belief system called Advait. Advait means doning, not two. But Advait also doesn't say one. Advait says not two, दो नहीं, पर एक भी नहीं. So that belief is that you become so close to the God that you don't feel yourself as different and you see yourself very close to Him. But He still remains Him, separate from you, but very close to you. Like two hearts in one. And then there is a Dwij philosophy of oneness, seeing oneness in everything around, everything connected to each other. Nothing is separate. You know, like I was saying, that 5 drops of water coming from different rivers, when merged into the sea, become sea. And when they are in the sea, which, you know, in a bigger state, you can say the Brahman. So when those drops are in the sea, they are sea, and they are not separated from each other. And similarly, our belief system is that Brahman is like a much bigger sea. Brahman is like a much bigger sea, and we are all part of that. It's such a bigger sea that we are small particles in that. And therefore, we may not be like physically joined with each other. And as such, we can see ourselves as individuals. But if you look at a bigger thing, if you look at in reality, we are connected with everything. The air around me is connecting with the air around you. The sky, the space around me is the same space which you have and is connected with each other. And similarly, you see, all these things are connected to each other, whether they are trees, animals, birds, insects. And that's the concept of oneness. And when you realize that, and that we call Brahm. So the whole Brahman the main element within that whole Brahman, the Brahman, that gives energy to Brahman, that energy, Brahm, is Brahmaling. That energy is Brahmaling. Brahmaling means the type of Brahm, which means pratik in Hindi, if you say, representative of Brahm. So that shape of Brahman is the Brahmaling. And that representation of Brahm is that energy which surrounds all of us. Different religions may have different beliefs, but the objective, the purpose of establishing any religion is to realize God. No matter what belief systems are there, but one thing is there in all religions, that there is God, there is Data, there is Ishwar, there is Allah, and we need to somehow find Him. We need to somehow realize Him. You know, like many rivers, they flow towards the sea. You know, many rivers in the world, they all are flowing into one direction. To realize sea, to reach there, to achieve the ultimate aim, and they are going through various paths, you know, from the mountains and from the streets and, you know, from villages and from the cities, and ultimately reaching there where they want to reach. Religions, in my view, are exactly like rivers. They are all flowing towards one direction, but through different paths. And in Dwij philosophy, the path is which combines all the paths. Irrespective of the paths, the realization of oneness, the realization of only one. And if you have that realization, if you close your eyes and just think about it and see that little connection, and if you practice it just for a few minutes, you may see the oneness around everything around us. And to realize God, what we need to do, first of all, have that understanding clear. Because the aim of oneness is to merge into Him, for never to come back on this earth in this birth. And how is that possible? Is that possible with whatever conditioning of the society we have had so far in this life? Dwij means what? Dwij means that you are taking second birth within the same birth. You are born. That was not your choice. In which caste system, in which nationality, in which religion you are born, that is not your choice. That's an accident. But death is the destiny. Death is certain. So between birth and between the destiny, the death, there is a long life. And you go through all of that. You get your sanskaras, which leave impression on your brain, on your mind. And with those conditioning you grow. Few things you believe, few things you understand, But you may not know, because understanding is not knowledge. Unless you have that knowledge, unless you have that clear understanding, I would say, because of the limitation of language. What I mean is that understanding is always standing under, but when you have clear knowledge about something, that is what I'm talking about. So you may believe something, you may understand something, you may have knowledge about something, which means strongly believing, right? But there may be few doubts as well along the way. You have learned many things in your life, some from the society, some from your previous births, sanskaras, all those impressions on your soul from your previous births, your own intellect. So that's why we need to abandon all varieties of religion. We may continue to do all those rituals which we believe in or which we have learned in different systems. You worship something, you can do that. You have rituals for marriages, for births, for deaths, different kinds of rituals, you can follow that. Festivals you celebrate. But get reborn in this birth, yourself, with your choice, your informed decision. And then start a journey towards that one. Start performing a karmas. A karmas means no action. Leave everything to him. And then you will see where this path leads. I invite all of you to take rebirth within this birth with your choice. Get all those questions. Start reasoning. And find the truth yourself, knowingly, with desperation. I think we all need to get reborn with our choice, not just leading the life we have been given to achieve His purpose by the conditioning of the society. I wish you very, very good luck in your spiritual journey. Om Tat Sat.